The whispers are growing louder, fear grips the market, red candles paint a grim picture across the crypto landscape. But what if, amidst the chaos, a hidden signal is flashing bright? A signal that's been overlooked, dismissed, and yet holds the key to a potential reversal. A reversal that could leave those who doubted in the dust. What's going on, crypto family? You're seeing it, I'm seeing it, the market is bleeding. Bitcoin's dancing on the edge, altcoins are getting absolutely hammered. It feels like a repeat of every crypto winter nightmare. Just look at this. Sea of red, panic setting in for many, I know. You're probably asking yourself, is this the end? Should I cut my losses? But before you hit that panic button, before you make any rash decisions, I need you to lean in because what I'm about to show you defies the surface level fear. It's a classic, often missed indicator that could flip this narrative entirely, especially for one specific project that's quietly building an unshakable foundation. Alright, let's talk about Kaspa. For those of you who've been following its journey, you know it's a project with serious tech, a groundbreaking DAG-based architecture that promises speed and scalability beyond anything we've seen. But even Kaspa in this broader market sell-off has taken a hit. Take a look at this. On the 4-hour chart, Kaspa's price recently made a lower low. See it? The candles are falling, indicating that sellers are still pushing the price down. This is what most people see and immediately think. More downside. Get out. But here's where it gets interesting. Here's where we look beyond the obvious. At the exact same time the price was making that lower low, if you look at the Relative Strength Index, or RSI, what do you notice? The 4-hour RSI, the momentum oscillator that tells us about the speed and change of price movements, formed a higher low. Think about that for a second. Price is going down, making new lows, yet the strength of that selling, the momentum behind it, is actually weakening. This, my friends, is a classic bullish divergence. It's like the market is putting on a brave face, trying to look strong on the downside, but underneath, the selling pressure is secretly running out of steam. Why is this so significant? Because bullish divergences are often the whispers before the crowd shouts. They're leading indicators, signaling that the bears are getting exhausted. It means that even though the price is pushing lower, the conviction of those sellers is fading. It's the market's way of saying, I'm tired of falling. And there's another piece to this puzzle. Look at the RSI value itself. It's pushed into oversold territory on the 4-hour chart. What does oversold mean? It means the asset has been sold off heavily, perhaps more than it fundamentally should be in the short term. Combine oversold conditions with a bullish divergence, and you have a potent cocktail for a potential reversal. Now I know what some of you are thinking, but what about the broader market? What about Bitcoin? What about macro? And you're absolutely right to ask those questions. Because while technical signals like bullish divergence are powerful, they don't operate in a vacuum. The elephant in the room is the wider crypto market, which is undeniably reacting to a flurry of macroeconomic and geopolitical developments. We've got inflation concerns, interest rate hikes on the horizon, geopolitical tensions flaring up. All of these factors can send ripples, or even tsunamis, through the crypto world. A strong Bitcoin correction, for instance, could easily override even the most compelling bullish signal on an altcoin. The fate of Kaspa, and indeed many other projects, is inextricably linked to the overall market sentiment. This is where the tension lies. We have this incredibly compelling technical setup on Kaspa, this quiet signal of strength, but looming over it all is the unpredictable beast of the global economy and politics. Will this divergence be enough to ignite a reversal in Kaspa, or will the weight of the macro environment drag it down further, forcing the technicals to reset? That's the million-dollar question. But here's something else that's truly remarkable, something that fuels the long-term conviction in Kaspa, even amidst this short-term pain. Despite the brutal price action we've witnessed, despite the broad crypto sell-off, Kaspa has consistently remained one of the top assets in bullish sentiment rankings. Think about that. While many projects are seeing their communities fragment and panic, Kaspa holders are holding strong. The majority of them aren't looking at the 4-hour chart, they're looking beyond this short-term volatility. What fuels this almost unyielding conviction? It's a combination of things. Firstly, the upcoming developments in the Kaspa ecosystem. We're talking about things like smart contracts, integration with stablecoins, and potential Tier 1 exchange listings. These aren't just pipe dreams. These are tangible advancements that will significantly enhance Kaspa's utility and reach. Secondly, and perhaps most importantly, it's the long-term belief in the project's core technology and vision. Kaspa isn't just another crypto, it's a fundamental reimagining of blockchain, built to solve the scalability trilemma. Its GhostDAG protocol is revolutionary, enabling incredible transaction speeds and high throughput, while maintaining decentralization and security. The community truly believes in Kaspa's potential to be a foundational layer for the future of finance, a true digital cash. They see the future, not just the fleeting daily charts. And finally, it's the strength of the community itself. A passionate, informed community is an asset almost as valuable as the technology itself. They are the hodlers, the evangelists, the ones who understand the long game. When the market dips, they see it as an accumulation opportunity, not a reason to capitulate. So, what does this all mean? We have a fascinating confluence of signals right now for Kaspa. We have the technical indicator, that powerful, bullish divergence on the 4-hour RSI screaming that seller exhaustion is setting in, and that the short-term downside might be limited. This is the spring coiling, the pressure building for a potential upward move. So we have the fundamental strength of the project groundbreaking tech, exciting upcoming developments, and a community with rock-solid conviction. These are, honestly, the ingredients for long-term success, regardless of all that short-term market noise. The only variable, the true wildcard here, is really the broader crypto market's reaction to those macro forces. If Bitcoin finds its footing, and if the fear subsides even just a little bit, then Kaspa, with its coiled spring and deeply committed community, is, well, incredibly well positioned to not just rebound, but to truly explode. So right now, we're in a critical period. The charts, well, they're kind of whispering secrets about a possible momentum shift, one that's being driven by weakening selling pressure and some seriously entrenched fundamental strength. While everyone else is screaming about a market crash, a discerning eye, sees something else entirely. Keep your eyes glued to Kaspa. Watch closely for confirmation of this reversal. Maybe it's a break above a key resistance level, or maybe a surge in volume as things move up. Because if this bullish divergence actually plays out, and if the macro environment gives even a glimmer of relief, Kaspa could honestly be one of the first and most significant to lead the charge when the market inevitably turns. This isn't just about trading, it's about really understanding the underlying forces at play, and, well, separating the noise from the signal. And right now, honestly, the signal from Kaspa is becoming impossible to ignore. So what are your thoughts? Are you seeing the same signals, or do you think the macro headwinds are just too strong? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you found this analysis valuable, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into the volatile yet endlessly fascinating world of crypto. The information provided in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and does not constitute financial advice. Cryptocurrency investments are highly speculative and volatile, carrying a significant risk of loss. The value of your investment can go down as well as up, and you may lose all of your invested capital. Always conduct your own thorough research, consult with a qualified financial advisor, and only invest what you can afford to lose. Past performance is not indicative of future results.